DorkLair.
Welcome to another DorkLair action figure review. Today I'm taking a look at the Mezco 112 Collective Clan of the Crimson Dragon Gomez. So in case you weren't aware, this was a figure that had an initial release of a super limited number. It was only given away to winners of a certain contest during one of their convention events over the summer, and then I think there was another handful given out to winners of another contest this fall. So I think at that point there was probably 8 to 10 known in existence. And it, of course, you know, some of those people decided to try to sell theirs, and it was like $2,000. It was super limited, but because we've seen it with other figures, it wasn't too much of a stretch to guess that this thing would get a wider release than it initially had, which is nice. It's still very limited. It sold out very quickly. Earlier in the day that it released, The Amazing had his video up on there of it, and then a couple hours later it released. So, this figure kind of was expected. People were expecting the Black Skull Brigade to release that day, or at least at some point during like the Thanksgiving weekend, but it turned out to be the Crimson Dragon, which I'm happy for because I think this is a very cool figure. It's pretty much a repaint or a recoloring of the Golden Dragon, which I think might have a little bit more ready availability than this one. So, if they're going to do an exclusive, color swap is kind of the way to go, in my opinion. You're not really missing out on anything if you missed it, aside from the colors. But anyway, I'm very glad to have this figure. Let's get into this review. As is typical, this one comes in the shoebox style, black box, sort of Converse type box over here. And you get the logo on the bottom there. Sticker on the front does come with an extra one of those stickers. And then everything else is just a solid black shoebox type packaging. All right, let's take a look at the details on the Crimson Dragon. Taking a look at that head sculpt. I really like those red eyes. Otherwise, the gold of the head is a pretty solid color. I don't really know that there's much in terms of shading going on. Maybe just a little bit there. But it's definitely painted gold and not just cast in the same gold as, say, the Golden Gun Gomez or the Roach with the golden head. But I do like the almost metallic shine that it has on those eyes there. And if you're curious about the neck, it is a regular Gomez colored neck. Getting into the suit itself, pretty much a recoloring of the Golden Dragon suit, and it's got that dragon on the back with that sort of overlay kind of stuff going on there. It's in just a darker red, I think, but it looks pretty cool. Kind of get that light on there, you can see it. And then the hood has the holes so that you can put the antenna through the holes. And this crimson color is it's definitely crimson. It's not just red. It's not just a solid red, which I think some people might prefer because they kind of want to make hand ninjas or whatever. I have heard some people lament the darker, really like the richer red, almost has some browns in it, but I do love this color. It's one of my favorite colors, so I'm glad to have it. I think the crimson is exactly the right term for that color. The belt feels like it's tied a little bit tighter and more securely than it has been on the other ninjas that they've been putting out, the Gold Skulls and the Golden Dragon. Sculpted gauntlets, sculpted greaves, or whatever these shin guards are called. And then the feet have red on the bottom. I do have a little sloppy paint right there where the black didn't quite cover the red. I think the feet might be all red and then the black is supposed to be painted over it, but you can see right there, there's a little bit that showing that red through. But otherwise, it's a great looking figure. Just one quick look, the back again, and then the front. So the suit is great. I'm just loving all these ninjas. I think it's a fantastic thing that they did to put these out, considering how rare and difficult to find the Shadow Assassins were. So, I mean, I know people are a little sick of ninjas now, but I'm still kind of in the honeymoon phase, and I'm loving these things. And we got 3 now. We got the Golden Dragon, we have the Gold Skulls, and now we have the Crimson Dragon. So 3 of them that are pretty more readily available than those Shadow Assassins. All right, and let's take a look at the Crimson Dragon next to a couple other figures. First off, here it is next to the Golden Dragon and the Gold Skull Ninja. Next, in a couple action poses, we have Gomez of Death and Doc Nocturnal. And then next up, we have a couple of crimson colored ninjas. On the left is the Crimson Clan Ninja from Articulated Icons. That's the current one that you can currently order on their site. And then it's got the arms pack, which if you're watching this video right when it came out, the arms packs are actually, everything's 20% off on the site. So that you can get the arms for $16. And then on the right, we have the red ninja from G.I. Joe Classified. And yeah, I mean, he's obviously bigger than these two guys, but the color schemes kind of fit in pretty well. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to kind of rotate this around and show you all the hands. It's all the same hands as usual. He's got a pair of splayed hands, pair of trigger hands, pair of like just regular sword gripping hands, I guess. He's got the middle finger there, and then he's got another sort of larger trigger finger hand, pointing finger, and then like the grenade holding hand, barrel cradling hand, and the double pointing finger. So sorry I'm not going through these a little more systematically, but it just gets a little tiring going through the same handsets over and over again. And of course we have the stand. This is one of the better ones. I really love the gold and red going on here. Pretty cool looking stand right here. And speaking of the stand, of course he comes with the flight arm, and then he's also got the magnetized one that came with the Spider-Man figures. I think all the ninjas came with this too, which is a nice piece, which has got a magnet and a clasp. All right, getting a look at the heads he comes with. So this is the alternate head, the more detailed ant, roach, wasp, whatever head you want to call this thing. Nice shiny gold going on. I think I'm going to probably put this on my roach with the golden head body. I think that's going to look great on there. And then here's a cool look for the super roachy roach head. This is a purplish color, and then it's got the translucent blue eye lenses. So I think that's a pretty cool look for this particular head sculpt. Obviously it doesn't match the neck, but yeah, that's a unique color scheme for it. And it's got some nice shading going on too, unlike the other two heads. And then just one quick head swap. Here's the Diabolique head on there. And this has kind of been my go-to ninja head for these Ninja Gomez figures when I want to just do them as sort of regular human ninjas. Okay, for accessories, the first up is the Sidekick Boom Boom with a gold and red color scheme. And of course it opens up, and the trick that I've found to opening these up is to push this down in the front and then open it. If you just try to open it, it's kind of tricky. But this of course has those inserts, so let's take a look at those. So first we have the insert that has the slot for the nunchucks and the 3 kunai throwing dagger weapons. And then we have one that has the shuriken and the kunai. Some of the items are painted differently. Some of them are the same. So a lot of them are still in that same black and gold color scheme. So the claws are still black and gold. The 2 ball and chain blade weapons are also still black and gold. Spear is black and gold as well. And then we have the small swords. I kind of feel like the handles might be painted a little bit different. They seem more metallic. But yeah, these small swords are really cool. I like that he's got 2 of those. Sai, same black and gold. 4 stars, got the 3 kunai throwing daggers. We got the nunchucks with chain, and then we have the iron fists here, the knucklers. Grappling hook with rope. And then some of the items do have the color scheme to match the figure. So we have the smaller katana, and the handle has some red, and the sheath has some red, but the blade is still gold. Probably my favorite item from the ninjas, and from one of my favorite weapons from Mezco in general, is the bow. I love this thing, and it's got gold and red, so that's also painted specifically to his scheme, as are the bundle of arrows and the 2 loose arrows, the 2 different kind of loose arrows. Again, red and gold and black. Like the other figures, he does come with the shoulder strap, so you can stick the arrows in there, and I love that look on his, on his back. And he's got 4 grenades, and those are also painted red, so unique to this figure. And of course, we've got Grub. Grub is painted up to match his dad, or I think he might be a clone. I forget what's going on with Grub, but then Grub also has his little sword there. Here's the back. And a couple more pouches. This is more of like a belt type pouch, fanny pack for the ninja. And then this one is a belt loop, so you can undo his belt and slide that through. Or you could put it on the shoulder strap belt and have it hanging off the shoulder strap too. I think the sticker set is the same they've been putting out the same set with the figures. So there's the sticker set. At least it's the same as the Golden Dragon and the same as the Gomez of Death. The Gold Skull Ninjas had a different sticker set. And he's also got the wired cloak type cape thing that you can wrap around him and have, it has like a little bit of weathering and holes throughout there. So pretty cool piece there. And just one more item is the smoke effect, and it looks great. I like the color. It's, you know, these things are kind of flimsy and very thin and plasticky, but they do capture the light well. I like it. And the color's nice. It does contrast with the, you know, the crimson and gold of the figure very well. Okay, and finally for articulation, we've been here before. It's a Gomez figure, Gomez body, amazing articulation. The head can look down, up. It's got that double neck. Double jointed neck, so you can swing all the way around there. Arms move up nicely, back down. There's a twist at the shoulder there, the bicep. Double jointed elbows. These can get in the way a little bit of that articulation, but if you fidget with them and move them around, you'll get there. And then of course the hands are on the sort of ball and swivel type joint up in the torso. Lots of crunch forward. And then you can crunch back really far. You can twist. And then you can go side to side quite a bit. It's hard to kind of see because of all the fabric, but there you go. And you can kick forward, back. You can go out into the splits. I do like it when they have a nice loose suit. It gives them some nice range of motion. Double jointed knees, kick all the way up. There's a twist at the top of the leg, and then you have nice ankle rockers as well that can rock about that far. He can point his foot down a decent amount, and then he can point it up a little bit. So quite a good range of motion, but if you watch my videos, you know I do a lot of Gomez, and this is nothing new, but still all the more impressive that come back for more and more, and I'm still impressed with the same stuff over and over again. I don't know, call me a sucker or whatever, but I just love these Gomez figures. I'm having a lot of fun with them. As a kit basher, as somebody who likes to do head swaps and part swaps and invent my own characters, having these guys who aren't really tied to any property or anything like that has just been a lot of fun. Collecting and building, it's kind of the same mentality as Mythic Legions. I just really love this line of figures. Gomez, Rumble Society, great stuff. Hopefully we'll see those Black Skull Death Brigade figures come out. I'm thinking that might be a 3-pack, and I will try my best to post on social media when that drops. I usually have a good finger on the pulse of Mezco. Thanks for watching my video, and until next time, may the Force be with you.
Follow me.